Guy Ritchie directs a live-action remake of a Disney animation. Let's see how this goes.
Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Let me share this whole new world with you.
So Aladdin is the next live-action remake of a Disney animation directed by Guy Ritchie. Now, if you guys have not seen the original Aladdin, I mean, really? But if you guys have not seen Aladdin, in Aladdin we follow a street rat essentially, who in this version is played by Mina Musad. I think that's how you pronounce his name. If not, I apologize. He meets Princess Jasmine, who in this film is played by Naomi Scott. He falls in love with her and he wants to be with her. However, he finds out that she can only marry a prince. So as a result, Jafar in this film goads Aladdin into going into the Cave of Wonders and promising him that he can make him not only a prince, but make him marry Jasmine. And as a result of him going into the Cave of Wonders, he finds the lamp. When he rubs it, he finds the genie in the bottle, played by Will Smith. Alright guys, so let's get into Aladdin 2019. So for the most part, I have either really liked or I have loved what Disney has done with their live action remakes of their animations. I mean, I absolutely love The Jungle Book, I loved Beauty and the Beast, and I loved Cinderella. Wasn't too big on Maleficent, and I'm one of the few who did not mind Alice in Wonderland. I thought it was underrated, if you ask me. So when I found out that Aladdin was the next one to be made into a live action version, I thought, okay, this could be cool. But I was really skeptical once I found out that Guy Ritchie was directing. I mean, no offense towards Guy Ritchie, because I am actually a big fan of his. I love the Sherlock Holmes movies. I'm one of the few, very few actually, that actually didn't mind King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. It wasn't a great film per se, but I didn't think it was nearly as bad as everyone else was saying. But in terms of directorial style, I really just didn't imagine Guy Ritchie as doing an Aladdin, or just a musical movie for that matter. But I'm happy to say that Aladdin, it's a lot of fun. First of all, going to performances wise, the three main leads in this movie are great. From Mina Musad, again, I know I'm probably butchering his name and I apologize. Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, and Will Smith as the genie, who I'll get into a little bit. But Mina Musad does such a great job as Aladdin. He has a lot of charm with them, he has a likability to him, and when it comes to choreography of, you know, setting up all the parkour, I thought he did a really good job. And I don't know if it's him actually singing, but if he did sing, it's a pretty darn good singing voice. And not to mention his chemistry with Naomi Scott was just out of this world great. I believe that they could actually be a couple, and when they're on screen together, I couldn't get enough of it. And not to mention his chemistry with Will Smith, amazing. Again, like with him and Naomi Scott, every time that he was on screen with Will Smith, I was having so much fun. But really, if I'm talking about the standouts for Aladdin, it's easily Naomi Scott and Will Smith. These two absolutely knocked it out of the park. But starting off with Naomi Scott, not only does she look, I mean, just absolutely freaking gorgeous as Princess Jasmine. I mean, oh my word. Not just that, like I mentioned, her chemistry with Mina Musad was great, but her singing voice, oh my god, she has such an incredible singing voice. I didn't realize that she was a professional singer beforehand, and just because when she hits those high notes, she soars like just every time that she sung, I got goosebumps galore. She was phenomenal. Now, let's get into the main thing that has caused an uproar over the internet ever since this announcement, and that is Will Smith as the genie. Now, do not get me wrong, and easily, you can never top, or you can never even attempt to probably do what Robin Williams did in the original animation. I mean, Robin Williams, anytime that we associate with Robin Williams with anything, it's easily the genie, because the genie is easily, without a doubt, one of the greatest animated characters, and his performance as a genie is one of the greatest animated performances of all time, if not the best animated performance. However, and I know it's hard to separate them two, but if you guys do look at Will Smith's genie as a completely separate entity, honest to God, guys, Will Smith was actually pretty great as a genie. If not, he was excellent as the genie. Will Smith brings that charisma. I mean, Will Smith is one of the most charismatic people out there in the movie industry. Not to mention, he has that hip-hop persona and those musical sequences, to which he's not the greatest singer, don't get me wrong, but I will still entertain as can be every time that Will Smith was on screen as the genie. I mean, even his human form, it was really entertaining as well. I mean, there are a couple of sequences in which he's trying to get with this girl, and it had me cracking up the entire time. After the first act of this movie, which I will get into a little bit, this movie just becomes a fun musical. And believe it or not, Guy Ritchie does a solid enough job bringing enough spectacle to this movie. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the first time that you see Aladdin and Jasmine in this film on the magic carpet, there is some magic to it. I mentioned this previously and I'm going to reiterate this. Does this new Aladdin come even close to even outdoing the original film? No, it doesn't. One of the things I mentioned beforehand was the first act of this movie. The first act of this movie is just rush, 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 rush. It legitimately feels like that Guy Ritchie assumes that everyone has seen the original film so that we don't have to really take time to develop anything. So as a result, it just goes, you're literally thrown into the mix right away. But really, my biggest issue with Aladdin was Jafar. Because if you guys have seen the original film, I mean, I would hope you have seen the original film, because in the original animation, Jafar was really menacing. I mean, if you even tried to go up against him, you'd be scared out of your mind, where in this film, I didn't feel scared, let alone intimidated by this Jafar whatsoever. And I'm not even joking with you guys. There is a scene in this movie where Jafar laughs. I had to stop myself from laughing so hard. It was just that bad. And one of my other issues with this film was actually Guy Ritchie's directing style when it came to the musical numbers, because they don't really have a sense of flair or style to them. I mean, Guy Ritchie does bring a style when it comes to the action sequences for certain. Everything feels very standard when it comes to the camera. And there are some visual effects that really do stand out. So overall, while I was initially very skeptical and really worried about this live-action remake of Aladdin, I came out really enjoying it. Will Smith did an excellent job as the genie. Naomi Scott was great as Princess Jasmine, and Mena Massoud was a great choice as Aladdin. I had a really good time with Aladdin, more than I expected, so all in all, I'm gonna give Aladdin a 3.25 out of 5 stars. I surprisingly had a really good time with this movie, and so far, for me, this is my biggest surprise of the year. I was really not expecting to like this movie at all, but I came out with a smile on my face. Alright guys, so comment down and let me know below. Have you guys seen the live action remake of Aladdin? If so, what did you guys think? Did you guys like it, or did you even hate it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links to the usernames are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Aladdin 2019. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for whenever a new video of mine goes live. If y'all want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until my next review or video, I'll see you guys next time.